Cheers to
Salud.
This Is Life. You know, we want to help people helping people. We are all here together. Why not be successful? Why not help each other? Why not be something? And there doesn't have to be so much picking and hating and judging. And this is a free judge zone. I don't judge anybody, and you always welcome in here. So let's...
I judge people all the time.
Well, you know what, dude? Cheers to good friends, great energy, and a live chat room in this podcast. Hey, yo, this is life. Thank you, everyone. Newcomers, oldcomers, friends, family. We love you all. Shout the fuck out. If you're afraid to talk to me or if I am too aggressive for you, go fuck yourself. But if you're not and you're interested in talking, you know, please pick up the phone, holler at me. And my own experiences, I left at 16. I moved out when I was 16 years old, people. I had 3 jobs, my own apartment, and I had a baby, and I had things to deal with. My husband will tell you, I am a fighter, I am a strong person, and I am Jess. There's nothing less, and he is Rocky, and he never gives me anything less, and that's what's so important, you know. I am so damn blessed to have you as my partner in crime.
Always, baby.
We don't need friends, you know why? Because we have each other. Cheers on that.
Cheers on
Solo.
Get the fuck out of here.
You're bugging. Well, I guess.
I can't even take that.
What up?
That's always that laugh that I go, I have that raspy, loud, almost like when Richie gets to his high point.
Yeah.
But I'm going, wow, I sound really fucking loud.
Yeah.
Happy Tuesday. This is life, of course. I am Jess with my amazing husband and co-host, Rocky.
Whatever.
We've got a wild one. Actually, we've got a whole bunch of stuff tonight. Nothing really specific that we want to talk about, but a whole bunch of randoms that my husband and I think were funny or interesting to discuss.
Can I start off with something?
I would love for you to start off with something.
I intended to talk about it on Superugly, but we didn't get to anything I had tonight, but it was a good show either way. But we came upon this story in India.
Okay.
There was a leopard running loose in just a neighborhood.
Yes.
And this wasn't like it escaped the zoo. It was a wild leopard, which means there's several, probably hundreds of these just roaming around in India, if not thousands.
Yes.
How fucking frightening is that? That you're like, hey, babe, I'm just going to take the garbage out. You go to take it out, and there's a fucking leopard in the alley.
Be careful with those leopards out there.
You're like, holy shit, like, what do you do? There's no fighting a leopard.
No.
There's just standing there and going, well, either he's going to eat me or he's not.
I would jump in the garbage can and hold the cover.
They'll fucking...
Crush it, maybe squeeze it, but can you make a claw through it?
How are you holding the cover from the inside?
I'd flip it upside down, actually, and I would just hold
brilliant.
I'd stick my finger in the fucking hole.
That was brilliant. I'd never thought of that.
Right, if you flipped it upside down.
Wow.
I would make it happen. Save my fucking life? A leopard?
How come I've never seen that anywhere? That's brilliant. That was a great thing. For all the kids who get beat up by bullies, jump into a lidded garbage can and take the lid and put it the opposite side and just hold it there. They can't get you.
Listen, hopefully you don't get bullied, but it could be an option.
Wow, that's brilliant, babe. Kudos on that.
That was actually the second time you've given me kudos. The first time was the other night watching that movie.
Oh, yes, when you solved the thing immediately.
Yeah, and I've never seen that movie before, but me and Anna both
Red
were
Dragon.
Like, Bink.
Yeah, they were figuring stuff out pretty good. But, yeah, dude, could you just imagine that, though? Like, your kids in the yard. Maybe a leopard will show up and eat my kid.
People who have, obviously, there's leopards, they would have fences?
It was like
how high would you have to make that fence?
Exactly. Like, this was a residential type of area. This wasn't just like, it was like a very busy to-do area of India, which most parts of India are.
It was.
But you look at that and go, that sucks. Like, I would hate to live like that.
Yeah, it really was.
Like in California, they have mountain lions.
I totally had a blank fucking second.
Yeah. Forgot where you were? It's all right.
It's like, for a second I went,
That's why Daddy's here to steer the ship.
No lions and tigers, please.
But in California, they have the mountain lions.
What about the bears?
Yeah. Those two. But Rogan in Colorado, a mountain lion ate his fucking dog.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So in California they have him. I read the story today. This guy was jogging, heard something behind him. Fucking mountain lion. Jumps on him, caught him in the face, caught him in the arm. Guy suffocates the mountain lion to death. Man won. Mountain lion 500 million.
How did he suffocate him? His shirt, his jacket?
But we finally got one barehanded.
Did
I don't know. They didn't specify.
Wait, put him in a fucking
maybe choked him.
Chokehold, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I mean, at that point in that kind of situation, you have nothing else to do but get on their fucking back, so they can't really bite. And I would fucking.
That's the only hope.
Anything I
and a rear naked choke. Like, honestly, you just fucking choke them out.
That's it. I mean, otherwise...
And you fucking do this on their nose.
I did that with that pit bull.
Yeah.
Shuts them the fuck up.
Oh, my... Could you imagine, though, just being attacked by one of these fucking animals?
No, I would never want to be attacked by one of these animals.
Dude, that would be the worst
I strongly
ever.
do admire Black Jaguar, White Tiger. I don't
that
know
guy.
If about him. He's
Instagram.
in Mexico, I believe he is, or somewhere around there. He's got a huge
right.
sanctuary. He takes care of all any type of wild cats. He also takes other animals too, monkeys now. But he's a non-profit organization that just helps these animals from circuses that get tortured and shit.
It's pretty wild too, because he'll just have full-grown fucking lions
like
charging at him.
10.
Yeah,
all
lions, jaguars. Bengal tiger, all sorts of wild cats. I mean, he's got all of them there. Yeah. And he walks in these pens as if there's not a fear in the world.
Their family. And you look at these animals, I'm not kidding. There's one cielo, which is my favorite. It's a black jaguar. This cat he had from this big saved him, and they're like inseparable. And if other ones go to mess with him, like playing, Cielo jumps out like, no. But there's a lot. He's got Matsu. He has a lot that he's close with. It's really sweet. We love you. I watch everything, just so you know.
Do you want to get a crazy story on here right now?
What?
NF Punk, call in, bro, if you can, because you got to tell us about this. Holy shit.
Of course I want him to call. I fucking love his Chinese voice.
Dude, I knew he was from the north, too, because that is the hard Irish. You've heard my ex-wife, and you can understand her. But no.
Him. I can take his voice. It's funny. It's nice.
But him, I bet you a lot of people are listening to him going, I missed that one. You know what I mean? Like, we're kind of used to it because I'm very used to it. You're used to it because you've spoken to my ex-wife enough to kind of understand the dialect. But, you know. But even with him, I'm sure there's certain parts where you're like, oh, what'd he say?
Yeah, no, he's got that voice where you have to kind of...
Yeah, but NF Punk, dude, definitely call in. Tell us about that. I really want you to call in. This will be fucking amazing to hear. Holy shit.
I don't even know. I'm not in the room,
He wrote that he was in Paris during the attacks.
What?
Yeah.
During what attacks?
They had some kind of crazy terrorist attack over there, too. I don't know exactly, because I don't remember. I'm sure once he starts telling it, it'll all come back to me. But I'm not remembering exactly. I want to say maybe a train attack or something, but there was something in France, and that's crazy that he was there. Now we were far enough from the trade centers where
it didn't physically affect us.
Yeah, it didn't physically affect us, but being a New Yorker and being, you know, in the cities a lot over my whole life and seeing those buildings and even being in them, and when they went down, it was crushing as a New Yorker. Like, you were just like, motherfucker.
We were just like, no.
Yeah, but we weren't in, you know, like, I wasn't in the city. I only know one person that I can think of that was actually in the city, and that's Sal. But he was down on Wall Street. But that was just, it was surreal. But NF Punk, you were in Paris. Now, remind me of the attacks, because I guarantee, like I said, once you say it, it'll click.
Yeah, basically it was like a lot of fucking terrorist people that, remember there was like some football game over there, and were like hitting a stadium and getting like let off an explosion in a stadium.
Holy shit. Yes, now I remember this. Were you there, like around that area?
I was there. I was fucking like, I want to say like 3 streets away from where it all was. Like,
so you probably felt the explosion, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, I seen fucking people running down the road, and I'm like, alright, I'll have to start from the beginning, okay?
Yeah.
We went over on the 11th of November 2015, right? We went for like 4 days, something like that, 4 days or whatever. And, you know, everything was going good. We went to the Eiffel Tower and all that good shit. But fucking, on the night, the night the attacks happened, we were going home the following day, right? The following morning, we were getting a plane back to Ireland. So that night, we ran out of cigarettes. We just got back from the Eiffel Tower. We went back to the hotel room, and we were contemplating, will we go out, or, will we go out for a beer or whatever. And then I was like, I was kind of fucking tired from like the whole like walking around the Eiffel Tower and all these other places around. So I was like, you know what? We'll just get fucking a carry out. We'll get fucking beer, get back to the hotel room, chill. So basically we did that, and then we realised we were out of cigarettes. We had no cigarettes, so it was late enough. I think it was like 9:30. It was something like around 9ish.
In the morning or at night?
Well, it was at night. It was at night. So basically, I said, "Here, I'll go up and get cigarettes or whatever." She's like, "Yeah, cool." What? And now, keep in mind, I wasn't even in the hotel for like a half an hour. Like before that, every shop was open, everything was open, right?
Yeah.
So then, when I left to get the cigarettes, I noticed like, why the fuck does it look so dark? And you can hear like a lot of commotion. I didn't take that one. So,
you didn't have a TV on or nothing, right?
More sound to hear,
and that's the thing. Like we were in Paris and we didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Right, right.
Like she found out on fucking like Facebook, like off her friends and shit. But I didn't have my fucking phone with me. I left it back at the hotel.
So you're just hearing explosions and chaos at this point.
Like I'm seeing fucking people running. I'm seeing.
Oh my god! Like
were they bloody?
Movie.
It was kind of like
dark.
I don't want to exaggerate and say that the war.
Yeah.
It was kind of dark, but I seen
Yeah.
people running.
Oh my god!
For cigarettes. That was my mission. But the thing that made me turn around, bro, I literally heard like a loud fucking bang. Like I mean to say, like this was a loud fucking bang, and right there and then, bro.
That's so crazy.
Oh my god,
Thank
dude.
God you're alright, you know?
I ran the whole way back to the hotel. And funny enough, when on my way back, there were still fucking hookers and shit.
Hey, listen, the world's coming down.
I know there's explosions all around you, but if you need a blowjob, I'm here. You know? Don't forget we're still here being whores.
We're in it.
Yeah. That's a different type of explosion.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you know what though? The two businesses that always profit during downtime is prostitution and I forget the other one, but prostitution's one of them.
Keep it that.
Yeah. All right, yo, NF Punk, thanks for calling in, dude. That was an amazing story, and thank God you're safe, dude, from that. That was crazy.
Oh, crap, man.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
So crazy. I mean, honestly, when you think about stuff like that, everybody goes, oh, this, that. I really appreciated that moment when he said, I'm not going to exaggerate. It was dark. I didn't see much. Some people would be like, oh, my God, the blood and the gore to make it seem so much more.
And I'm the type of person to do the same thing where I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and lie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
let's not even make it bigger than it is. But that was great. I really appreciate it.
Like, remember, I don't know if you even know about this. The guy from The League, this comedian, Steve Ranazizi, he claimed to be in the World Trade Center the day he got hit.
What?
Turned out it was all horse shit. He was never there. He got called out on it. This was after the league was, done and everything.
So he just got all this
and he was pretty famous at this point. And everyone's like, but that story doesn't make any sense. And you're lying. And he just had to come out. He's like, yeah, I made it up.
Oh my
Looked
God.
like a complete fucking idiot. Like, why would you do that?
That's what I say about people who meet online. Why would you put on someone else's picture? Eventually, you're going to have to fucking see someone if you're going to meet. Like.
Well, what's his face did it too. Brian, his daughter's on that show. Brian, I can't remember his last name, but the news reporter said he was flying over Iraq or Afghanistan, wherever, and that his plane or helicopter was under fire, like being shot at.
What?
And all the people that were behind him in the other helicopters, once they heard this, they were like, that didn't happen.
Oh my
God.
God.
He lost his job. He got fired and everything.
That's like the worst to lie about shit like that. Just be what it is. It's what a story is.
Yeah, why make it up? Especially when there's that many witnesses.
Everybody's going to know. They're going to know. We're all going to laugh about it later.
Like there was a helicopter in front of you and behind you going, that didn't happen.
It's the truth. I know. People are just weird. They make up stories and shit like that.
It's fucking crazy to me. Why would you do that?
Yeah, it's something crazy. I don't know. Do you want to talk about this guy? This guy, you have the article, don't you?
Which?
The guy that changed his
Oh,
identity.
the Lego head. Yeah, let me send this over. But if you want to start the story, no, I don't have it
All right,
actually.
Here we go. So I'm gonna start it off, and I will send it to you right now.
Yeah.
This guy in Nashville stole somebody's identity. Not just stole his identity. He went out on the limb and dyed his hair, his mustache, and everything to different colors. He they call it Beijing. He like painted on a beard.
It's weird.
It is. He looks like a Lego dude to me.
Yeah. He's got these eyebrows that he looks like a Mii character. For all you old school Wii players,
yeah,
he looks like one of the Mii characters from the Wii game.
It's so bad. But what they say is that he stole this guy's identity. He was living like this other guy, and the bank was like, hey, you know, you got this stuff going on, and he was trying to like take money out, and they were like, this is not you. The guy, they called the guy, and he's like, no, that's not me. I'm not there right now. So he actually got caught. But the picture of what he did to himself to look like the ID is why I wanted to bring it up, because it is ridiculous.
Oh, it's bananas. I'm about to get it right now. Hold on.
I'm also going to send this, I'm going to tweet this out so everybody can kind of look at the article. It's just unreal to me. You know, you have nothing else better to do than to take.
But the way this guy looks, like, you stand out like a motherfucker. Like, why? Like.
Then you don't look real.
There it is.
He doesn't look real, like a real person.
Here's the article. I'm about to pull it up. All right. So here we go. Now I gotta make it smaller. Just give me a second.
Oh my god, it's the worst.
Not ours. I gotta make the YouTube smaller.
I did post it on my Twitter as well.
Yeah.
But where's his face?
All right. I'll just pull his face up and we'll just be off the screen for now.
That's right.
All right. Here he is. Yeah, look at this fucking guy. Now, first of all, if I see a guy like this walking around to begin with, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is up with this guy?
What's wrong with your face?
There's clearly something wrong with this guy. I don't know what it is, but there's definitely something wrong with him. Because your beard's red, your hair's bleach blonde, your eyebrows are black, and you're wearing eyeliner. Like, what the fuck?
I want to see the real guy. I didn't get a chance to get
Yeah,
the
they don't
picture.
have a picture of the real guy.
I want to see what he looks like, that this guy did this.
There's no way the real guy looks anything near this. No one looks like this. He looks like I said, if you play the Nintendo Wii, when you make a Mii character, the eyebrows, the beards, it's all this. He looks like a Mii character.
Like a Lego guy, also.
He's just so fucking weird looking.
I can't even look at it anymore. Like, what the fuck? It's like, oh, almost why? You don't look at yourself in the mirror before you walk out of the house? That doesn't look real.
No. You look like a fool, actually. You look like a real fool walking around like that. I just couldn't imagine anyone putting that on and being like, yep, this is the way I'm going to walk out today.
It's very stressful, like, to think about people who just don't realize what they look like at the moment. You know? I mean, think about everybody else who has to look at you.
My Aunt Cindy said something you would see at a gay bar on a Saturday night. That she frequents them.
Yeah,
so.
Well, you know what? She would know. We all see that all the time. People do weird things.
Yeah, see, this was the story. Leopard strays into residential area. That's fucking still crazy to me.
You should post it out on your Twitter. People could read it.
Yeah, I will. Something I thought of last night. We were about to go to sleep, and I look at my wife, and I go, I thought of something, and I'm not going to tell you right now. So, but then I grab my phone and I write it down because that's what I do. I'm a psycho. When I get an idea, if you can see from here, which you can't, but this whole thing is just all shit for the show. Yeah. So I roll over and I write down, the worst part about being in a coma is having nightmares and dreams that you don't wake up to.
And you're just in it forever.
You're just in it. You know what I mean? Because think about it. Like, if you're having a nightmare, it's maybe like an hour span of your sleep. Probably not even. It's probably a lot less than that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, in a coma, are you
always fucking
is the brain functioning where you're dreaming?
Or they might have you in actually like a flat sleep. Like, they may have you just out.
But in Sopranos, he was dreaming.
Right. But he was dreaming. I think he was more visioning than dreaming. I think he was visioning, like...
Now, I'm not saying that's medically accurate, The Sopranos, but...
No, of course. But I believe... I mean, I have woken up in a dream going, holy shit, I don't want to dream like that. So I get up, I get cold water, I get lay back down, and I'm right back in that fucking
worst shit ever.
Worse. I'm like, why?
You know what? Never happening when, you know, I don't know.
Say it. Wet dreams.
Yeah.
When the fuck you're in the middle of this dream where you're having, like, this lustrous sex with this god or goddess for male, female, right? And you're like, oh, my God, this is crazy. Or even your husband, your wife, you have a dream.
Yeah.
And you wake up right when you're about to fucking, like, blow up.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Those you never go back
And you go back to sleep, and it's just sleep.
That nightmare
It's
or
just
something
sleep.
else.
But the nightmares, they always return because you fall asleep and you're like, motherfucker, here I am again. You know?
How the fuck did I get back here?
It is just like, God damn it.
Like, what?
But at least you're able to be like, fuck, and wake up and you're officially out.
Yeah.
But in a coma and you're dreaming, like, does Freddy get you?
Like, all right, so I've had this.
Or can you now have more control and be like fucking
I know
Superman?
what I'm doing now. You're back.
Yeah.
No, I have had dreams where I'm either protecting my children or I'm running from somebody trying to kill me. Mostly like Michael Myers-ish. But if I watch a movie that's scary, my husband will tell you, I'll have nightmares for a week. I really don't like scary movies. I try not to. I have a very big imagination. So anyway, I was in this fucking crazy dream. These things are trying to get me, right? I wake up in the midnight. It's like 4 a.m. And I get up, get water, peed, went into my daughter's room because I go, all right, if I leave, maybe Rocky's snoring is knocking me off or something. So I'm like, let me go lay with Valentina. And immediately I laid down to close my eyes, and I'm like, I can't wait to sleep. And I was back in that fucking house, hiding from these things from this movie I watched right before we went to bed.
Yeah, those are always the worst. And as I got older, the nightmares, if I fell asleep after watching something, I would typically have nightmares now. But again, I still don't give a shit. I'm like, I'm watching this anyway. She hates it.
I hate
But
it.
when I was a kid, I would fall asleep to, like, Jason and people being murdered and the girls screaming, and I'd be like, out, be like, yeah, nothing. You know.
Now, though, I think we think about our lives and children.
Well, no, I could still do that. It's just you stop me from doing that.
Well, because you wake up sometimes making noises, and I hear you, like, in your dream, I wake you up.
But I now am more susceptible to having the nightmares from watching the movie.
Oh, why? Because you've gotten older?
I think so.
So you're scared to get?
Well, the brain's not as probably strong as it once was.
Oh, is that what you
So
think?
it was fighting them off when I was a kid. It was like, fuck you, nightmare. You're not getting in here.
I hate nightmares. I can't. I'd rather do without them. But they suck.
Sometimes I like them because I turn out to be pretty badass in them, and I'm usually like the guy like, all right, we got to do this, and then I get somewhere and there's something like fucked up. Like I had one dream where we were literally in a gun shop. We had mad guns, but we had to make the bullets. Right? So we're sitting there and no one knows how to fucking make them. I'm the only one. I'm like, come on, you got to do this and put it in. And then as we're making them, they're just melting. Like we would take them out and be like, cool, done. And I seen that in Sopranos too, that happened when he was with his gym teacher.
Yeah.
Remember he had the gun and the gym teacher was mocking him and then he dropped it and the bullets fell out.
Yes.
And he was trying to grab him. It's really weird. Maybe subconsciously in that dream, the Sopranos thing influenced that.
It could have been. I have that happen a lot. No matter what I watch, I could be watching whatever with you and fall asleep to Seinfeld, and I might even be in an episode. You never know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens
I
like
would
that.
love to be in an
That
episode
would
of
so
Seinfeld.
be awesome. It's the truth. I really do enjoy that show, and that is our go-to sex show.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to know the best thing to have in the background while you're fucking,
Seinfeld.
Because it's light, there's no sex competition, and there's no like killing, so it's kind of funny and light.
I wonder if I can find this.
That's a really good fucking.
I saw.
Bubble Boy? I mean, nobody laughs when they're fucking at Bubble Boy.
Bubble Boy.
Yeah. He's like, Jerry! You know he's got his arms in the bubble.
Let me see if I can find this. I probably won't be able to, but maybe.
What? Find what?
Bingo.
I used to have some good dreams, Kay. Oh my God, I used to have some good dreams. I mean, on top of the world, I've had good dreams fighting off bad guys. And I've had those dreams where you're like running from something. You don't know what you're running from because you've never seen it. But then every time you go somewhere, you turn around, it's right fucking there. You could be towns away, driving a car, on top of a building. You jump off the building, the fucking thing's waiting on the floor for you. I've had dreams like that too.
This was a long time ago too, and this guy fucking tweets like a motherfucker.
Who?
It doesn't matter who the tweet guy is. It's the tweet that I want to bring up. That
It's my favorite lip gloss ever. What do you think about it?
Oh, I absolutely love it.
It's like all shiny.
Absolutely love it. It is gorgeous. But there was this thing with the LGBTQT, and now saying how they need men's help.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, they need men's help for what?
Get that point across all of a sudden.
So they want the men to join the team.
Well, isn't that ironic?
Are you making that face at me like...
No, I'm making that face in general and I want to find this clip, and it was this guy that tweeted it, so I'm just scrolling through his thing until I find it, but it's like, all this time you've been shitting on us, making us feel bad for who we are. acting like we're monsters. The LGBTQT was not very pleasant to men.
Some men are fucking
except gay
creepers,
men.
and some men are fucking jerk-offs, and, some men are disrespectful.
Yeah, but you don't pigeonhole all of us into that.
You guys tend to do that with women, too. Hey, all women drive horrible. All women are fucking
catty.
That's
a fact.
All women... That is not a fucking fact.
It's kind of
I
a
have
fact.
been driving since I'm 15 years old. I am 38, and I don't have a stop sign ticket on my fucking record.
Well, you're a freak of nature.
I'm not a freak of nature. I know how to drive.
9 out of 10 times when I go, and there's an asshole driver, and I go, what is it?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What is it? Say it for the audience, please.
It's a woman.
It's a woman.
But that's not me.
But to be fair, my Aunt Cindy is a truck driver, and big trucks.
Big trucks. So that means she does big fucking things.
Well, that means she can drive her ass off.
Yeah, I used to have a motorcycle. That means I could drive my ass off, too.
Dude, this abortion thing that's going on.
I can't.
I got the clip.
Right.
We'll talk about the abortion thing after.
Next to that, yes.
Yeah. But, all right.
Get the clip going.
All right, here we go. Let me just position this a little better. Oh.
Large Marge sent you. Good one, NF.
Here we go. Yeah. Can we not hear it for some reason?
No, we can't. It's the volume up on the computer.
Oh, that's right. Richie's computer with the videos.
Don't change anything, please.
Yeah, I'm not going
Just
to.
post it to the Twitter.
Yeah, I'll find it and we'll post it up.
Post the clip because I don't want to mess with anything. Our audio sounds fucking great because you didn't push that damn button. I'm glad you unpushed it.
Yeah.
I love this when we're actually basically
But,
low. Go.
Anyway. But yeah, they're now asking men for help and, we need your help with this. And it's like, what? No.
Why not, though?
Why not? Because, again, you've been treating us like shit for however long your organizations existed. Other than gay men or trans men, they've treated straight men like garbage.
Not my friends.
I'm not saying them. I'm saying that organization.
Well, that organization is a very large organization. I'm sure not all of them are like that.
The ones that were the loudest and up front were not pleasant to men.
Okay, well, listen. That, again, is not everybody. You can't generalize. You know
I'm not. But what I'm saying is, these are the same women that were on the front lines, the ones saying it.
Well, listen. I would hear them out. I would hear them out. At least say, like, look, now we're at a point where we want everybody to join together, or we've learned from our lessons. At least hear what they have to say.
Nah.
What do you mean, Nah? That's not fair.
I don't care for it. All right, let's get into this abortion thing. New York has lost its fucking mind. It's just New York, right?
It's just New York right now.
Yeah.
Let me just explain something, okay? I am 1,000% pro-choice. Whatever you need. There are situations you need to make a decision. I have made decisions in my life. I have done things. I am not judging, and I swear on everything that I love that this is a really open conversation for anybody with any opinions without being disrespectful, please, okay? I think that it is up to the 8-week or 12-week mark that should be the most you could just discard of a human. That at that point they're actually a small human.
Yeah,
so
even that,
3 months
I think,
is like pushing it. That's the truth. 3 months is
like,
pushing it.
Here's my thing. 8 weeks. If you don't know you're pregnant by 2 months, that's on you.
That's not true because sometimes it takes a long
time.
time.
All right, let's say 10
test.
Weeks.
It's usually actually 8 weeks. They say you'll be able to find out. 8 to 10 weeks you can find out. So by the 14th or 15th week, the decision has to be made. Most of the time it's at 12 weeks. This little tiny seed or whatever at the beginning, I totally understand. You can choose and that is fine. But to get to a point where it's actually a small human and say, well, it doesn't have a soul until it's born is crazy.
Well, they're pretty much saying that it could be breached and they could still fucking abort this thing. Which, at that point, that is straight up murder. That is fucking disgusting.
That is not.
You can hear the baby scream.
Well, all right, now hear me out. Now I'm going to give something else to you. So when you're pregnant, at about 6 months to 8 months, you can find out if there's anything wrong with the fetus. From 6 to 8 months, if I had found out that my daughter had half a brain and she was missing 2 legs and had 1 arm, I might even decide that I would not want her to try to live a life with half a brain and a mutated face. And now, hear me out. I'm not trying to say that it is always the right choice, and I'm not in the situation, so I don't know how I would really feel. But as a mother of 3 beautiful, healthy children, thank you, God, I would have to consider the life, that quality of life that baby would have if there was something wrong with it.
Now, let me rebuttal. For one, that's the roll of the dice. If your child comes out like that, that's the roll of the dice.
But if you know about it.
It sucks. It sucks. But that's the roll of the dice. Now, two, you're a person of faith, right? Miracles happen, right?
Yes.
Who's to say this person doesn't come out and they're fine? Miracles happen.
There are certain genes and blood tests that they can actually see that the chromosomes are off and that everything is off.
I understand.
Now,
doctors are wrong sometimes, aren't they?
You can see 3D exactly what some kid's face and body looks like.
Yeah.
So if there's missing limbs and the face is distorted and they can see half a brain, those are things I would consider. If there was something that would actually take away from the quality of life. If my kid was born a little bit, I don't even know the word to use that would be appropriate. But if my son was born with a little bit of learning issues or disabilities, that I would have no problem. But physically, if a body was off or mutated or the brain itself, where they say there's something wrong with it, I would have to think about that being in my body, and then the rest of our children and family. Like, you'd have to think of everything that it would do.
I think
to your
I don't
atmosphere.
know. I don't know. I think you should have it surgically removed. Then you should have a C-section, and if it survives, it survives. And let's see what happens. You roll the dice, getting pregnant. Now let's roll the dice with someone's life, okay, and see if they live and see if they can have a life. But to get rid of it that late, that's gut wrenching to me, because again, you can hear the baby fucking scream.
I know.
This is like beyond fucked up in my eyes.
Fucked up. And however, we all know about what they do to the babies that are aborted.
It's a blender pretty much, and then they use the stem cells.
Exactly. So I definitely am not a fan. And, when you hear what they do with children that are aborted, it's a very sad fucking thing to think about. However, I have no right to take anybody's choice away for what they want to do with their lives. I mean, would you rather them have the baby and throw him out of a window and put him in a garbage can?
Yeah, but give that baby 3 more months and it can go, yo, don't do that. Don't do that. That's how close it is to being able to go, don't do that. It's that close.
All right, you're right. I mean, I understand your view.
And you having your choice is great, but that baby has a choice pretty much at that point, because you can cut that baby out and it's a fucking person, and it has a choice. And like I said, instincts go, if you hurt me, even a baby, a newborn, if you hurt that baby, a newborn, instinct's gonna go, don't do that. That's them saying, don't do that. That's their choice. Don't fucking kill me, please.
Well, there are families, you know me, I've dealt with it. There are families that will have children, people have children who will put them up for adoption, which is always the better option. But again, I really cannot put myself in a position to choose for anyone what they want to do. That's their conscience.
No, again, I'm all for abortion until a point. Up until a point.
I agree on that point.
And that point is like a really fucking small window in my eyes. Like I understand what you're saying, female. Sometimes, hey, I missed my period. That happens and you're not thinking I'm pregnant. Or, situations happen where you need maybe more than 8 weeks. But 12 weeks, that's it. That's 3 months. That's 3 fucking months.
I definitely believe that that's the cutoff on time.
And if you're not checking at 3 months, then that's on you.
Well, there's certain tests you can't do until they're at least 6 months, and you can't find out certain things. You can't do a lot of things.
But those pee sticks are pretty fucking accurate.
No, I'm talking about the baby itself.
No, again, that's...
I agree with you. I'm just saying that I just feel like there has to be some real fucking reason for someone to have to do that.
Check this out. Let's say 1900. Okay? Not that far off. 120 years ago.
Okay.
Not the Wild West. Not,
Yeah, I got you.
You're pregnant. You're pregnant for 9 months. The baby comes out. It's stillborn. It's dead. It's, missing an arm. Its fucking jaw hangs funny. It's got one eye. You didn't know that ever. You just had the baby.
Different technology.
Well, hey, that's the way we were supposed to do it, right?
Laws have progressively changed with the technology and things that we have.
Well, exactly. And that Is that good? I don't know.
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm saying I think it has to deal with the circumstance on what and the people that make those decisions. Again, at 9 months to make a decision like that, it has to be a fucking real reason. You can't just say fuck it after 9 months.
Someone might, because now me and my boyfriend broke up.
I don't think there'd be any human.
Are you nuts? Welcome to America. Look at the news we read all the time.
I don't even want to think about that.
The fuck out of
here. I would hate to think about what people do. I would hate it. I mean, it's very sad when people lose their patience or they can't fucking deal with the children they have, or they do things that are unheard of. It's just, however, as a woman, as a human, as a soul, I would hope that people would use that law would be doing it for only the real right reasons. Like, you can't just be like, fuck, we broke up.
All right, but now check this out. Even before this law, if there was something crazy going on, right, and during a pregnancy, 10 out of 10 times the doctor's going to go, all right, we need to go in there and see what the fuck's going on.
They can't go in there while you're pregnant at all. They can only look through the internal sonogram.
No, if they did an early cesarean. I'm saying this late in the terms now. Now we're talking late in terms.
If they take this fucking baby out of the sack, it will die. It's not ready to be out by at least, safely.
No, there's preemies all the time.
I know, but that's really
Cindy
bad
just wrote
risk.
24 weeks. The baby's 1 year old now. That's 6 months.
I know that, but I'm saying there's a very high risk.
Absolutely. Of course, there's risk with you giving birth.
Oh my God, this is like such a sensitive subject.
You know what I mean? It's a horrible subject, and it's one of the. It's not one. It's the most controversial subject probably in America, because half the people don't even want abortion. They don't think it should even exist, and then half the people think it should exist, but to what extent? And then
I feel like if people don't want to have babies, like, don't fucking wait 9 months and shit them in a toilet. Like, go have an abortion before 12 weeks. If there's girls that get knocked up on accident, why the fuck you waiting to have the baby and put it in a dumpster or throw it out the fucking window? That's an extreme. That's when
Cindy wrote some women use it as birth control, and that's facts.
And they do, absolutely, and I agree, and it's fucking disgusting. But again, I have to look and go, that's not my conscience, it's not my life, it's not my choice, and I have no right to judge someone making decisions for their lives. I just don't.
I agree, and again, I'm not, but there's...
Like, our opinions are all right, but we're not in their
exactly.
shoes.
Like, and again, I you know me, I'm always one for, hey, do you. As long as it don't affect me, I don't give a fuck what you do.
Right.
But when it's this type of situation where now they're passing something where this kid could be literally 9 months ready to pop, and you could still wipe it out, that shit is crazy. That is disgusting. It's murder. That is murder. That is a human at that point. That is a being.
I totally agree with you, but at the same time, like, these are things that are going around the world that we will never be able to change. We will never be able to make people understand where we're coming from, but as us, we stay on our side, on what we believe, and that's all we can do. No matter what's going on, I am not standing in that girl's shoes, and I'm not standing in that guy's shoes. I don't live the life they live to feel how they do.
Now, how about this, though? How about be fucking responsible? And if you're having sex and you don't want to have children, use a condom or be on the birth control pill, or there's now even the Plan B thing.
That's right. There is. But you, as a man, as a boy who grew up, you said anything you wanted to get where you wanted to go. So a lot of girls don't have the ability to go,
whoa.
No,
so now it's a guy's fault.
No. As a young boy, I'm saying, you say anything. You fucking dick it's hard. You want to do something
All right, and some women seduce boys also. Don't act like guys are these savages that just...
You're saying, like, as a woman, like a 15-year-old, 16-year-old girl trying to have sex, she's not thinking, like, oh, my God.
Well,
she's
why
like,
not?
I want this boy to like me.
And that is a very famous Jim Jeffries joke where it's, why is it a man's responsibility? No, Patrice, why is it a man's responsibility for protection?
It's not his responsibility. And when we talked about our daughter, she's 19 years old, I said to her, I will buy you condoms when you're ready.
And he even said, ready?
It's different now.
All right, we all know what condoms are, right?
Uh-huh.
Guys, any guys in the chat room, anyone watching this, write in the comments. How many of you have ever seen or used a dental dam? Ever seen one?
What's a dental dam?
Exactly. It is a piece of plastic that you stick over a girl's vagina for when you want to fucking eat her out, or I think you can also use it to insert, but I don't know. See, it's like a rubber sheet. And you don't even know what it is. You're a woman.
Wait a minute.
You don't even know what it is. You're a woman. That's my point. And that was Patrice's point, not my point. Patrice O'Neal, the GOAT of stand-up comedy, a legend. That was his point, that it is a man's responsibility, because a man will always go, she's going to let me hit it raw. Great. She's going to let me hit it raw.
Who the fuck says great? I would be like, why?
10 out of 10 guys.
Why do you let me hit it raw?
That's not a question in most guys' heads. It's not. They're just going, nice, I get to hit it raw.
That's crazy. Well,
Because
they're both their fault.
Well,
They both
exactly. But a woman is never like, hold up, let's,
I got this protection here.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta pull out this plastic. It's like plastic wrap for fucking dinner.
10 out of 10 times, a girl will go, do you have a condom? And if I don't.
And the guy says, are you on the pill?
Yeah.
Okay, so you asked the same fucking questions,
Yeah.
Okay.
Pill's easier in my eyes.
No, it's not, because you still can get a fucking disease.
Condoms can default, though.
I would want a pill and a condom.
Well, don't be with dirty people. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Don't be with dirty people. I mean, are you thinking about that when you're young? Or did you think about? I didn't think about that when I was young.
I'm just saying,
Even fucking
just take a look. Just take a look.
We could both look at past people and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but, if pants are off, you take a quick look and go, let me just make sure everything's right here.
Of course you check the area. Who the fuck doesn't check an area? If I look at that area and it's not prompt,
but it's a quick, because it's not like you can be like, hold up.
No, if you have to do the whole,
you gotta do it quick. The pants come down. You do this.
I didn't even do that. I was one of those people. I'd be like, nope. And there's times where I actually saw one. I told you the story, and I was like, that is going nowhere near me. I am not doing that. And I left, and I felt very bad. But I don't now. I mean.
He was an anteater.
Ew! Why do you have to say it?
Oh, here he comes. He's an anteater.
The worst, funniest part is, I worked in a salon with this girl, and I was texting her like, oh my God, disgusting. He was uncircumcised, the most grossest thing ever. I would never, ever hang out with him again. And the person wrote back, what? And I looked, and it was him. I looked at my girl Jane across from me, and I'm like, did you just get my text? And she was like, no. I'm like, oh my God, I texted him! And I tried to flip it. I'm like, oh, she was talking about this guy. And I'm like, ew, I would never do that. And then I'm like, but he knows he's not circumcised. He knows I was talking about him.
Yeah, well,
I laughed
that's
about
what you
that.
get for having a
I
weirdo
laughed about
dick.
it many times over, might I add.
That's what you get for having a weirdo dick.
So,
Oh, this was a good story I took.
Yeah.
Ready? You'll like this one. Woman arrested for masturbating in public and then continued to do it in the cop car. Now,
she was like, fuck you!
Yeah, let me send this over so you guys can see this girl's face. Because, again, this goes back to my theory of some people you look at and you go, I can't believe that person did that. And then some people you look at and go,
they totally fucking did that.
Fits perfectly.
While you're uploading this, let's talk really quick about it. How many people, if you could tell me in the room here, how many people were with people when they were younger that were like, hey, let's go open your parents' room? Did you ever date anybody or hook up with someone they were like, yo, we should go in your parents' room? Or they were like, hey, let's go in my mom's room? Like, I always thought that to be like a really fucking weird thing when people were like,
absolutely.
let's go upstairs. And I'm like, ew, I'm not fucking you in my parents' room. Like, I could never have sex in my parents' house like that.
No.
My dad, first of all, was a fucking Mr. Miyagi karate dude, would break these people's necks. Like, I couldn't even have people in the house, honestly. That's how strict. But, I was never like, let's do that. It would just always bother me. Like, morally, and also, like, ew, I thought about my parents fucking in there. I don't want to be in there. Ew,
Yeah, no, it's disgusting.
I think it's horrible.
It's weird. All right, here, I'm going to...
horrible. It's a horrible thing.
I'm going to bring up this girl here in a second. Why is it bringing up that?
I don't know.
And it's bringing up the wrong screen, not the one I want.
All right, well, I don't know how to fix it.
That's annoying. Let me see if I do this.
Don't fuck around.
No, I'm not.
Oh my God, if he ruins my show, people, you'll have a dead rat.
Alright, maybe I'll just walk it up to the camera ghetto style because I can't get it to,
This is a person's face?
Yeah, it's the girl with the crime. So, yeah.
Girl with the crime.
Yeah. The one who continued to jerk off in the cop's car.
I can't even, you know what though, if you're caught, you're caught. You might as well fucking finish.
Well, look at this girl's face. Hold on.
Hold on, I'll tell you when I see
Let
it.
it blend. There we go. Look at that.
Oh my, I can't see. All right.
No, you all just shut. Look.
Oh my God! Look at her face.
Yeah.
Oh, she looks like a little dog.
So now, let's read this story. Half-naked woman was arrested after being caught masturbating in public in Austin, Texas. And this was in the Post. Then allegedly continued pleasuring herself while handcuffed in a police car. Police responded to a complaint that the JW Marriott Austin Hotel about 5:20 Tuesday Woman across the street holding a silver object against her privates. Oh, she had a fucking toy with her.
How is she fucking herself handcuffed?
Hotel worker says making moaning noises. Workers saw a woman masturbating on the patio for about 7 or 8 minutes. When police arrived, the woman stopped moving her arms under the table and placed them on top of it, but the officer observed that Nichols was not wearing any pants. After being arrested, she allegedly continued to pleasure herself even while handcuffed in the back of the squad car. The cops went across the street to investigate the original complaint and learned from a hotel employee that the woman had been spotted earlier at the Marriott street-level patio doing the same thing. Wow, what a fucking... She's like a chronic masturbator just running around town fucking jerking off in front of hotels.
You said in the, what, like a balcony? Was she in the hotel area?
No, it seems like there's maybe like a patio area or something, you know?
And she just walks around hotels?
I guess she just goes to hotels and just fucking...
Is she trying to get people to
rubs
fuck
a bean.
her, or she just wants to bean it?
I think seems like she just wants to bean it.
So she's like one of those not peepers, a flasher.
Like almost, yeah. But really aggressive about it, too. And even when she's locked up, she's like, I'm not stopping.
She got a fucking vibrator
I'm getting this nut out.
Oh my God, that's
Jesus.
pretty incredible.
That's amazing, actually. Her dedication is something else.
Talk about amazing.
Well, her dedication to a craft is pretty impressive.
All right, so listen, I want to get into something else before we got 15 minutes left, and this is a subject I wanted to talk about. So, talking to a friend of mine, we are really into the whole, like, you know, conspiracies and aliens and things like that, and all types of crazy stuff. So we're talking, and he brought up a good subject about something we have right now. We talked last week about cloning a little bit. And I heard that we had cloned monkeys, but dogs and rabbits were not able, and land sheep were not able to be done.
What was that sheep's name? There was that famous one. The first one, Dolly or something, right?
Right. So now you know your Aunt Susan, who's like medically in the field, tells me today that they have cloned a baby.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway,
I want to know. Just not in America. All over the world, they're doing crazy shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right, right. Yeah. So she says, so now I want to know something. There's this website everybody goes crazy about. It's Ancestry.com. And they send in their DNA, and they say, tell me where I'm from. Now, our whole lives, my mom says I'm from here, my dad says I'm from here, that's what it is, right? So we grow up thinking I'm Italian and Spanish, and then we send our stuff away at Ancestry.com, and they tell us, well, you're also Danish, and this and that, all different things, right? Mm-hmm. What do they do with your DNA when they're done looking at it?
What do you mean?
What do they do?
Oh, Ancestry.com.
What do they do with the DNA? Do they sell it now to companies who want to clone people or try different things, and fucking do they take your genes and do they try to clone, or, you know, like, I want to know.
I mean, even if they do, who cares what they do with it?
I would care if they were making another one of me, or if they were trying to use my cells for something.
You wouldn't even know, though. It's not like you would ever run into this other you that they maybe make it like Austria or something, you know what I mean?
But why would I want that?
Again, you wouldn't even know.
It's a violation of me. This is me.
I guess.
You're taking me and you're copying me.
It's like when the tree falls in the woods. If you don't hear it, you know, and you're not there to see it, did it make a noise?
You telling me you don't care if somebody had your genes, like had your blood type to do something with it?
I don't give a shit.
You're fucking out of your mind.
Why?
Because what if they?
Because even if they did clone a baby, right? I'm 36. So by the time this baby even gets to my age, I'll be 62 at that point.
There's another Rocky running around?
Whatever. No big whoop. And like I said...
big whoop?
They're doing this shit in other countries. So the chances and odds of ever even knowing this exists...
So you think that other countries purchase these things?
I don't know. I'm sure people want to do tests and stuff and try to figure shit out.
About this in the room? I really would like to know.
Because maybe there's DNA manipulation you can do where we can become X-Men.
Well, either X-Men, or they can mutate us and turn us into something else, or they can make another baby and then, I don't know, turn us into army. I don't know.
Like those crazy Overlord monsters from the movie?
That's what I'm saying about last night. Like, there has to be a point in time where you want to know where your shit's going. Like, I don't know. I would feel kind of... I'm so glad I never done that. I never actually, looked into checking...
All right, check this out.
Go.
Took a physical, right?
Yeah.
Peed in the cup, right?
Yeah.
What do they do with it after?
Most of the times you're in a doctor's office, they pour it right in the toilet in front of you.
Well, maybe they don't. Maybe they leave it on the counter, and then maybe it goes somewhere.
What about... That's urine. You're not talking about blood cells and...
They take blood from you, right? And they send it to the lab.
When I'm doing blood work, yes, they do.
What's this lab they speak of?
It makes me think. I'm not talking just about in Ancestry.com. I'm talking about in general. We send out our shit with our stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Where the fuck does it go when they're done with it?
Well, I know Tyler Durden makes soap with the women's fats from liposuction.
Tyler Durden?
Yeah.
Who's that?
No, sir. We don't talk about Tyler Durden.
Okay. Well, I don't know who that is.
Fight Club.
Okay. You're a dick. You're a dick. And the fact that you just did that to me is gay.
I know some of the guys in the room right now knew exactly what I was saying, and that you weren't picking up on it.
I had no idea. Of course I don't pick up on it.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I just feel like it's weird to think about where it's going, what they're doing with it. You know, could we have a fight, or could we fight for if we found out they were doing something with our blood without telling us, or no? Would the government just make us disappear? Because there's another one of us.
Well, how are you going to prove it?
I guess you'd have to research. I mean, I guess I would have to follow my specimen from each place.
No, you would have to be like an international spy and be able to sneak into government facilities. And no, you definitely can't.
I can do that.
I know 1,000,000% you couldn't even sneak into the bedroom if I locked the door. Let alone a government facility that's highly
I'm very
fucking
quiet.
Yeah.
No, I do have a heavy foot, but I would learn to be quiet.
Okay. Yeah, at 38, we're going to learn to become a ninja.
I could do it.
I know.
If I just watch, can you see me?
No. Wow, where'd you go?
I have no idea.
Jesus
Do you see
Christ,
where I am?
that is amazing. Well, there she is.
Whoa, peekaboo.
Hey.
So, all right, so I want to talk about something, unless you have something.
No, please,
right.
by all means.
So I want to talk about this moment, because my husband and I had this moment the other night, and I don't know if he's going to be bothered about me bringing it up, but I'm going to bring it up.
Remember, family's watching.
Yeah, so, I mean, family could be watching.
Just saying.
Okay, so we talk about sex all the time. If they don't want to listen, they can hang up.
Yeah, I feel like she's going to get graphic here, so if you don't want to hear graphic sexual talk,
please hang up anytime, get out of the room.
Just mute it for now.
But my show is This Is Life, this is part of my life.
You can mute it for now.
So, okay, so my husband are very active. We are always running around. I'm always cleaning. He's working. We're always moving. When it comes down to bedtime, you're like, you have the energy. Do you want to have the energy? Do you get the energy? So, again, we're very active. I'd say at least 5 nights a week, sometimes 6. And so when it comes to that 6th night, and we both really want to, but we really fucking can't. And we try anyway. And it's like the first 10 minutes. I'm not fucking kidding. We get on the bed. We making out. First 10 minutes. And we like tried. And I looked at him and I was like, I can't. He's like, me either. And we just turned over and fucking called it quits. Going to bed.
Yeah.
You know, made a Freddy. We were so fucking tired. But you try. Like, well, when do you know?
Because you know why? When you're younger, and I'm not even talking a lot younger. When you're like 2 years ago.
Yes.
Like it was nothing. Now every now and then I'm like, God damn it, I'm just beat.
Right,
you know?
It's just like we couldn't move anymore. We were like, you know what, let's just
yeah, and
cuddle.
we've always been tomcats, you know. So now like that, you know, we get tired, we're like, Jesus Christ. But something we forgot to bring up about the Vanderpump thing last week that I just read on the list. There's this weird guy. What's his name? The one with the mustache and the ponytail?
Shit. What is his name?
I don't know his name, but if you watch Vanderpump, you know who I'm talking about. Might be Mexican, could be Puerto Rican, maybe Dominican, I don't know.
He's so weird.
He kind of looks like something you would see in like the Three Musketeers. You know what I mean? With like his skinny pencil mustache. Yeah. But Lisa Vanderpump is at the bar and he goes, oh, you know, we'll probably be doing blowjob shots.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
This came out of a man's mouth.
Oh, we're going to be partying and doing blowjob shots.
Ladies, feel free. Do the blowjob shots all night. They're made for you, sweetie. Go nuts.
And then he showed her how to do it.
This guy goes, we
It was all the men's night.
We'll be doing blowjob shots, and then proceeds to line one up.
And show her how to do it. He crocked it back.
And then, like, crocked it back, and when he was done, he like, wiped his mouth and was like, oh.
No, remember, he crocked it back and went, ugh. Like, he made that weird face. He was like, ugh. And then he caught himself, like, oh my God, that was so strong.
But
it was funny.
I was a bartender. I've worked at bars. A lot of men who've bartended.
Your mother-in-law owns a bar?
My mother-in-law owns a bar. If a man ever walked up to my bar, or anyone I know that has tended bar.
Hey, we're going to blowjob shot.
And said, I'm going to have 4 blowjob shots. And I see 4 dudes standing there. I'm going to look at them and go, no, you're not. What do you really want? And they're going to go, no, we want 4 blowjob shots. And I'm going to go, no, really, I'm not serving you that. What would you like? I'll give you anything else, but I'm not going to have 4 men.
Why can't they have a blowjob shot?
If they're gay, go nuts.
But a straight man can't do a blowjob shot?
Nope.
Well, what if you just say, I don't want to do them, don't offer them to me?
I refuse to make more than something and something drinks to some people. Like, I had a guy come up to me once.
Do that.
I absolutely can. Had a guy come up to me once. Definitely not a gay man. Again, gay men, I'll serve you anything you want also. Straight man, you come to me with beer. You come to me with something and something. If it has a third ingredient in it, get the fuck away from my bar. Go to the girl down at the end. Came up to me and goes, I would like an electric blue iced tea. I looked at him and go, what? An electric blue iced tea. He goes, you know how to make that? I go, yeah, it's a Long Island iced tea with fucking blue curacao, all right? I go, but...
You add blue to that.
Yeah. I'm like, but I'm not making you that drink. He goes, why not? I go, because I'm not. So you either order a beer or order Jack and Coke, vodka, cranberry, something and something, and get the fuck away from my bar.
How are you allowed to do that? That's not fair. That's you being judgy AF. Why do you care what he drinks?
Because
Your job's to make the fucking drink.
I don't want to have someone sitting in front of my bar that is that type of person.
You have no fucking right to do that. They can drink whatever they want.
Will me and my boys ever go to a bar and be like, line up blowjob shots?
Who cares? You're not them.
Give me a apple martini.
Who gives a fuck? You're not drinking it.
I don't give a fuck. Be a man. You're in a
He's out of
bar.
his mind, and you know what? That's
You're
not
in a bar. Act like a fucking man.
Why does a man have to be a specific type of man?
Because first of all, the bar is supposed to be a man's territory.
Wait a minute.
You women intruded it.
Wait, are you kidding me?
It was a boys' club, the bar, originally. It was a boys' club.
We added fucking life and color to that goddamn
You also
bar.
added fighting. And
Oh, boys don't fight? Are you
no,
kidding?
I'm not saying you guys fight. I'm saying you added fighting by being there. Because now Joe and Frank are fighting because Betty is fucking playing with both their heads.
You know what? Either way, all right, Betty's not your problem. Neither is fucking Joe and Frank. And whoever wants to drink what they want to drink, let them drink it. Do they pick on you for having a Bud Light?
No, they can go drink
How
it.
dare you drink a Bud
Oh,
Light?
I get teased for this. But again, I just won't make it for you. Go drink your drink, but get it from down there.
Why do you care? Why wouldn't you want to make the tips?
I'll get him anyway. He's going to give it to her. He'll give her a bigger tip, and I still get a piece of it.
Womp womp. That's what I say to that shit. Womp womp, babe. You can't do that.
Fuck that.
You can't.
Fuck that.
I don't know. I feel like we had a pretty solid different subject. I really don't have anything specific this week. Next week will be a little bit better, but
Look at Cap. That's what I'm talking about. 2 liquid cocaines and a bud. That's my boy.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, it's vodka and Red Bull.
I know. That's the worst thing you could possibly drink for your heart.
Oh, yeah.
And no, you're not drinking that anymore.
Back in my day,
so.
I put my heart to work.
Oh my god, you're a dickhead. I can't even stand you. Guys,
Put it to work.
Listen, I want to throw out a couple things. I haven't said it in a while, so I want to throw this out there to Copycat, who did make my intro to the show. I love it, and I still love it, and I really appreciate it. I want to shout out, of course, my Strength and Sparkle, Christine, for my unique makeup. I love her, and she's amazing. You guys should check her out, strengthandsparkle.com. Go to my Twitter, JRABBIT55. Hit up my Periscope. Lots of good videos on there. And, of course, I'm going to shout him out, even though I'm too savage for him to fucking call in. Chef Carl, you are one of my friends. Bros, if I may say. You suck. Oprah Radio, of course, for always hanging out and retweeting with my husband's show. I appreciate the love.
Opsta.
And Joey, you know, you're one of my favorites. And Mike Salvo.
Joey Salvio with a voice like this.
Yeah, like that.
Fucking his voice is amazing. Hey, this is Joey from the OP Radio Podcast.
I fucking love it. And
he's got
totally
such an awesome voice, though. It is.
Yeah.
It's a great voice.
All my chicks, I want to say Kay and Celeste and everybody who comes in here, Cap, Real, Earl, and I think I was on your show today. I forgot his name.
Heisman Defoe.
Heisman Defoe, yeah. And of course,
NF Punk.
NF Punk, the fucking coolest.
Fucking guy. Love him.
And everybody else, too. You know, I really enjoyed doing the show, and I appreciate you all being here. If you have anything you'd like me to talk about next week, please at me at Twitter, JRABBIT55. Anything is open on the fucking table. I like it. I want it, and I want to hear what you have to say. Is there anything you wanted to say, baby, about Super Ugly Show or our merchandise, superuglyshow.com?
SuperUglyShow.com. Go over there now. All our Twitter links are there. You're here at YouTube, so, I mean, if you're not subscribed and you didn't hit the notification bell, I don't know why you're even here. But if you didn't, do it now, because that's what you're supposed to do.
Ooh, look, you sound like Joey there. Like, do it
Hey,
now.
do it now. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can check us out live every Tuesday night.
Have a good night.
Yeah, Super Ugly Show.
This is life, and I am Jess. See you guys next week. Bye.